Hey everyone, Edgy Berserker here, finally with an arts video. It took me a long time, but you know what? I have a choose your fighter thing that I do usually for streaming, but the backlog got a little intense, so to say. So, hey, why not do a sped up version for the art channel? And once I get caught up, then I'll start doing the streams again. But for now, though, I think we're gonna have to do this way because this is the only way, really. I'm also kind of winging it on how I'm talking right here, like no script, nothing, because you know sometimes that you do. But right now I am drawing Toji Shinjo from the Battle Arena Toshinden we make. It has nothing to do with the original cast, and yeah, it was requested though, because usually the rules is that it's just as long as it's an official fighting game and not a wrestling game, with the exception of Rumble Roses, and like Saturday Night Slam Master. Excuse me. I will, draw a fighter. So I'm drawing Toji here right now. The game itself is not a bad game, but man, it's like not a good Toshinden game. It's its own little 3D fighter thing. It didn't do well in Japan, so I'm not holding my breath on a new Toshinden. I know there's like a lot of talks about like, ooh, this is gonna be like a remaster or whatever. I don't believe it. I'll see it to believe it, but even knowing the company behind it, I'm like, it ain't happening, is it? But yeah, the program I use is Fire Alpaca. I have been getting into Clip Studio Paint as of late, though. And, I mean, for streaming, I'm probably going to stick with Fire Alpaca because it's less harsh on the memory. But here, I follow this one special rule whenever I do digital art, and it's hair on a different layer. Because, my god, if you mess that up, you're going to have a fun time coloring that hair, I swear to god. But right now, we're just getting all the shadings and all that. You see me, like, scribbling on the page? That's because I'm, like, testing out the shading and all that, and the highlights and whatnots and who's it. But yeah, like, so I just like, you know what, we'll start this off as art channel stuff. Why not? I mean, I already got the images themselves posted up on the Instagram, which I will have linked below. I hope I remember. If not, it's probably my Linktree thing, or no, not Linktree, but card or whatever. But point is, though, I actually have an Instagram for Choose Your Fighter. I believe it's called Choose Your Fighter Art. I'm gonna just double check just to make sure. Actually, you know what? I can just pop it in here. I have to double check. I got the power to edit. Of course, if I gotta remember to do that, who knows? But yeah, I'm just like happy though that I've got figured out kind of a solution to get these caught up until I start the streams up again. But you know what? Choose Your Fighter is always a fun thing. Gets me to draw characters in that from things I wouldn't even think of. Told you here, this is like the first time I drew him, and I'm just making the background, and I gotta get that signature on there because it's your artwork, goddammit. I did it by July 4th, so there's Toji. Now we're moving on to one of my mains in Virtua Fighter 5, actually, Sarah Bryant. She's like the one that I just started to play in 5 Revo. I used to play Aline, but then I was like, meh. I just like kind of, because I played Sarah in 2 a lot also, just kind of like just, you know, stuck, I guess, good way to put it. And yeah, so you know, you can see me doing the sketching process. Sometimes I actually go straight into line art, sometimes I do a new sketchler just to make sure things are good. But here I decided to use like a blue instead of a black outline because it just kind of brings things a little more together, you know. And this is one thing, like now that I'm using Clip Studio, it also has the feeling of inking that I like, because Fire Alpaca also has that. And it's a weird way to put it. It just feels right. Because I never really liked using Photoshop for, you know, art stuff. Because, just because it's like slow and whatnot. And every once in a while it's just like, I don't understand this. But you know what? I have been actually looking on tutorials online on how to just kind of make your art better. So I've kind of picked up some tips in that. Like, Choose Your Fighter, I don't often do a lot of the crazy stuff. But when it comes to like things like the actual big illustrations and commissions, that's when I do more of the crazier art. But of course, this is where I shut off line art just so I can do touch-ups with any of the lining. And also just to, you know, if I need to thicken up a line, I'll thicken up. If I need to add any details, I'll add some. But now we're on the coloring. I had trouble picking out a skin tone for her, but it's all good. And I realized I had an extra line there for no reason. So, yeah. I often, the way I work with the Choose Your Fighter is I put clothes on one layer, skin on another, and eyes are usually with clothing because then they're kind of separated, and then hair on a different layer. Always, always, always. I was having a hard time figuring out what type of like color I want to use when I do the multiply layer. That would kind of keep things consistent on how the coloring and the shading will be. Not shading, but just the coloring of it, I guess. I know I'm just rambling here. I mean, I'm arting away, drawing my favorite character in Virtua Fighter. And funny enough, like in the streams, I would just be rambling away or just going quiet because I'm just vibing. It happens. It happens. But you know what? I'm trying to get better at lighting sources. That's the big thing. Because I am so inconsistent. And in here, I decided to also do a different coloring style. Like, I was going to do the cell animation style. Then I was like, wait, let's just soften this up, make it look more leathery, you know? Like, because it's more of like a vinyl she's wearing. So I was like, oh, screw it. Let's do it. Just touch up the zipper there, because of course if I don't, it'll just be blocked. And yeah, so I figured like, hey, you know what, let's do it this way. And then I just, you know, plop plop, and then you just blend that shit out. I'm trying to not curse too much in these art videos, but what you gotta do, right? And I should mention, Fire Alpaca is a free program. So y'all can do art like this in free programs if you can't afford like any of the other stuff right away, sort of thing. And I hear that like the program GIMP is done like more to make it more Photoshop-like in a way, so you can do even more with your editing and that. And I think Affinity went free, but I don't want to quote that one just because. But yeah, like that there's options. You don't need Photoshop per se. And also with Clip Studio Paint, just keep an eye out for a sale. That's what I did. And it is a lot of fun to use, I gotta say. I'm really enjoying the program itself. I haven't had a crash yet, because on Affinity, funny enough, I've had crashes. And of course, now we got that background. I decided to get a little fancy, like, oh, let's do an outline. And like with the blue, that really brings it together. All right, now we're on to a game that I own, but I haven't really played much of. Castlevania Judgment. It's like the character designs done by the artist for Death Note. Had some weird character designs, but someone requested Shinoa from that game, and I gotta say, I think this is my favorite out of all of them. I really liked how this one turned out. I kind of want to pop in my Wii and try to play the game again. but God, I hate waggle controls. I hate waggle controls. The Wii had the waggle controls, and oh my God. I just that kind of prevented me from like enjoying the Wii in general. But when I got a Wii U, I kind of caught up on stuff, including the aforementioned Toshinden Remake. I actually figured out how to play imports on it, so whenever you see like the line just go pew off the screen, that's when you know my pen died and I had to switch to the other pen. The tablet I use is actually a monitor tablet, the Huion Canvas. It's an old one though. It's like an old version. I got like 7 years ago, 8 years ago now. But you know, it's a workhorse. It's doing a thing. The battery life isn't long on the pens anymore, though I'm sure there's a way to replace that somehow. I'm figuring out a way, I'm sure. Because the monitor itself is perfectly fine. It's a nice little workhorse. I just put like a little paper like screen protector on it. It seems to work pretty great for it to make the feel of writing on it good. And here I was just like getting some funky shadowing happening. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna freaking Let's shadow it. Let's actually do some shadowing and light sourcing. Edgy, you can do this. You got this. I think I did all right. Now, one thing you will notice is Edgy didn't color her hair. That's because I forgot. However, I didn't go back in to do it because I also kind of like how it looks without that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's keep it flat because it actually looks really good. And again, that wasn't me just like, you know, like, oh, you know, I just go back and fix it. I'm like, you know what? I actually kind of like how it looks without the shading. So yeah, you'll see me kind of like not do it, but that's okay. It happens to the best of us, right? It does, doesn't it? Oh. Yeah, I mostly just kind of use like the layers as like a flat layer, a multiply layer, and then the highlight layer. Though if I want to add some extra like shadows, I sometimes do an extra multiply layer. And then of course the background's the last thing I do. I kind of keep the layering short on these because these are supposed to be quick illustrations to begin with. And so yeah. Okay, now this is funny. You're gonna see like the old version first. I did a sketch first because Bugs Bunny's next. I never played Multiverses because I was having trouble because I was doing the Multiverses version of Bugs, but I'm so used to drawing classic Bugs. You just see me like kind of struggling here, you know, like, okay, maybe this looks all right. And I'm just kind of looking at it like, no, that's shit. Let's try something else. So I found a better reference. Like, what happened with this carrot? Like, what you gonna do? Now, I did see, though, they had, like, a thumb and 3 fingers. I'm like, I can't do that. I have to have the 5. It looks weird, and I'm gonna be accused of AI, and F that shenanigans. I ain't doing that. I'm not gonna decimate a freaking river source just so I can make a Bugs Bunny. I could do it myself. I did it myself. You saw me do it myself. I'm doing it myself right now in the past. And yeah, I just have one question though. Why did I make him like give a smoldering look? He's doing like an over the shoulder smolder right now, and I don't know why. I mean, it's Bugs Bunny, you know, he's like up to no good. He's probably saw Elmer there, and he's just like, I'm gonna torture this guy today. Of course, this was one of the more easier ones to color, because, you know, Bugs is a lot of just like main colors flat, but I still did like some of my shading stuff with it though. Yeah, it's limited palette, but that's because he's animation, so that makes sense. And of course, here's me figuring out the shading, and I just went in and just had some fun. I think the lighting source is a little inconsistent on this one, but what you gotta do, right? And yeah, like I haven't drawn Bugs Bunny since I was a kid, so that was kind of funny drawing him again after all these years. So many years. I'm old. That's okay. We all aged, baby. You just gotta embrace it. And just background, because again, Bugs was pretty quick, and not as quick as my final one, which we'll see soon enough. And that is Pac-Man, who was in both Smash Bros. See, notice how I was like trying to figure out Pac-Man there. It's like both in Smash Bros. And also Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And then I decided to do like, you'll see though, a different shading style for him on this one as well. Because I was like, you know what? He's rotund. Let's make him blend a bit. He is a round boy. He is friend-shaped. Let's do a special kind of shading for this, shall we? Alright, so I just made sure to fix up a few things here because his glove is looking a little weird, so, you know, gotta go in. And he's just a bunch of solid colors, so I decided to make this just a little more, like, visually appealing. So I did some shading, and you know what? I think it worked out well. Fire Alpaca has a free brush that's like a mix tool or whatever that you just have to download manually, and it's awesome. I'm glad they added it. It's actually a really good like blending tool. Enjoy it a lot. And that was quick, huh? But anyways, everyone, here is the artwork that was shown for all these, and enjoy.